You know, September is National Bourbon Heritage Month, and we want to help you bourbon lovers out there. We know there are a lot of them.
Yeah.
We want to help you celebrate.
I celebrate pretty much every day. But 12 Northern Kentucky establishments were recently named to the Bourbon Review's list of the best bourbon bars in the nation.
Yeah, and to help you celebrate your love for the drink respectfully and responsibly,
yes,
we want to have lead bourbon steward, Smoke Justis, Jade Colwell here with us. You're from Smoke Justis.
I am.
And thanks for being here. And you're making
Thanks
us real happy today with this bourbon in the studio.
For sure,
right?
I love it. Yes, never too early for bourbon. I mean,
Never.
For starters here, congratulations.
Yes.
Being
Thank
named
you.
one of the spots on this list. What's it feel like to have Smoke Justis named as one of the best?
It's such a great honor. It makes me so proud of my team, my staff for getting us here. It's our second year in a row being on that list, so it's just so nice. I really can't even say.
What I think is nice is that you brought some stuff here. Then we're going to make some cocktails this morning, right?
We're going to make a Kentucky Buck this morning.
All right,
Kentucky Buck.
Let's dive into it,
All
right?
right.
Let's do it for sure.
So this is a little bit different than your Kentucky Mule, and what's going to be different is that it uses strawberry. So we brought some strawberry puree, and then it uses lemon juice instead of your lime juice that you would typically use. And then I'm going to add some bitters on top.
Okay.
So this one's super easy. I'm going to do a couple ounces. I like to do 2 ounces of bourbon.
And you're using Woodford Reserve,
We're using
right?
Woodford Reserve today.
Yeah.
So we're going to do 2 ounces of that right into our highball glass. You can use a mule glass, pint glass, whatever you prefer.
Okay.
It really depends on how much ginger beer you like. I'm going to take some of my lemon juice. I'm going to do a half ounce of this.
Okay.
Now, I want to sweeten it up just a little bit.
Got to do that. Yeah.
I am going to put half an ounce of simple syrup. Now, that's just equal parts sugar and hot water. Mix that up.
Mm-hmm.
You can do a fresh strawberry. I'm going to do some strawberry puree today.
Wow.
Half ounce of that, just to sweeten it, flavor it a little bit.
Okay.
So good.
Now, I'm going to put in a little bit of ice.
Yeah.
And is this one of your signature cocktails at Smoke Justis?
So this one's not on the menu, but it's one we make a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's perfect any time of year, even if you want something refreshing or you want that spice from the bourbon and the ginger beer to warm you up in the wintertime.
And then it's kind of fruity, too, a little bit, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to top that off with ginger beer. It's got that beautiful color.
Now that looks refreshing. It does.
Absolutely. I'm going to give this just a little bit of a stir.
That looks fantastic.
But you wouldn't try it in the morning, would you?
Oh,
or would you?
Well,
Why not?
I mean, it's relative. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. So I have to ask you, Jade, what would you pair this with? Like, what
With
would you?
this?
Yeah.
Oh, I think these mules are great with our smoked wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Smoked
a little
wings, you said?
smoked wings. So just a little bit of that ginger spice to mix with like the cayenne and our dry rub. It's just the perfect pairing.
That's
And
awesome.
then right on top, I did some of my Woodford spiced cherry bitters.
Ooh,
Yeah.
A little bit of bitters on
Yeah.
there.
And you guys are hosting a private bourbon pairing dinner tonight? Tell us about that.
We are. So we have 50 seats available. We are selling tickets up until they're sold out today. We only have a few left. So I would recommend getting those quickly on Eventbrite. But it's a 4-course, 4-pairing private dinner. The menu is absolutely unbelievable. It's been specially curated and then specially curated with pairings
Look at
by
that.
myself.
That sounds so good. And again, like you mentioned, like with the smoked wings and things, that's where the smoke in Smoke Justis comes from, right? With the food?
So it works out well with our menu, but Smoke Justis was actually a baseball player for the Covington Blue Sox back in 1913. His name was Walter Justice, but his nickname was Smoke. So when we did research for the menu for the restaurant and found out about his nickname, it just
I love the story.
kismet.
Love the story behind that.
Oh, yeah. So
Very
I have
cool.
to ask you, what's your favorite thing about being a leading bourbon steward?
So obviously I get to, try bourbon. That's always great. But I would definitely say that the connections and the community of people that enjoy bourbon, it's just unbelievable. It's kind of, given me a second family with the people that I've met through this journey.
And it seems increasingly women are getting into bourbon, right?
It is. We actually have a women's bourbon social on the second Tuesday of the month at Smoke
Really?
Justis.
What time is that? I'm going to put it in my...
Put this on the calendar here.
right.
So obviously, I mean, with all the different types of bourbon there are, do you have a particular favorite or?
So that one's always a hard question. I would say, though, my favorite is Michter's Toasted Barrel. It's really hard to come by, though. So, you just got to wait around for that
That's
one.
really top shelf,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Well, if people want to find out about the tasting, the pairing that you have going on tonight, where can they get tickets for that?
Eventbrite. Or if you want to check out our Facebook page, there's a link on there for you.
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Jade with Smoke Justis, thanks so much for being here with us
Thank you for
today.
having
This
me.
is fantastic. Might have to sample that in the commercial break. We'll be right back.